Good afternoon, everybody. Happy noon. It's Mr. Jen for your 12 o'clock cartooning for kids with Mr. Jen. I'm on. And today we were on the letter O, so now we're going to do the letter P. And this is a tough one because there's a lot of animals that start with the letter P, apparently. Oh, thank you, Google. Um, so what do we want to today? We're going to draw something that you would find in Arizona a lot, apparently. And it's kind of funny when you're watching someone draw, you can kind of tell, oh, you're left-handed or right-handed. And just by the way that I draw, I'm definitely right-handed because though the image that I'm referring to is facing one way, I'm drawing the other way. And today we're going to draw something called a peccary. And do you know what a peccary is? Well, you might know it by its other name that's called out here, a javelina. But, it does start with a P, so technically we're drawing a peccary, which is otherwise known as a skunk pig, because they do a little stinky. But, yeah, so we're going to draw a peccary, which kind of looks like a javelina because it is. So what you want to start off with first, and this is a good shape, it's kind of like this nice little blocky, looks like a loaf of bread almost, if you would say, but this is the main body of our peccary. Legs will go here, and we'll get to that in a sec. But let's work on the body, and then we got a head. So based on the head, it's basically, as odd as it sounds, it's a triangle. So that is our triangle head of our peccary. And again, light blue pencil because everybody loves a light blue pencil. So isn't that interesting that it's this shape is basically a blocky rectangle and a triangle. You can kind of build this little hump like this because of the animal. We have the triangle here. The nose will be here, so that's kind of going to be. I'm having fun with it. I'm just going to kind of do this as a nose, and then we'll do a little nostrils like right there. Our peccary has a bit of a jowl, so it's going to kind of curve. So with this triangle over here, I'm going to curve it out like that. So again, as if someone were to walk by, they're like, "Oh, you're drawing some kind of pig thing." I'm like, yeah, kind of. Oh, you know what? I could have just drawn a pig, huh? But instead, I'm drawing a peccary because I want to be extra today. So we could draw a pig, but no, we're gonna draw a peccary. So that's the jowl, and then its ears kind of sit not up here as you'd want them to sit. We're just gonna kind of draw them like here, and that's kind of again, we try and draw an eye patch or a shirt pocket, but that is our ear. And then this is my little. I like to do that. That's kind of like so you can show the earlobe. It's got its eyes kind of live over here, so because it's a little cartoony, we're gonna go a little. Oh, it's a little. You got your angry eyes. Huh. Okay, so that is our peccary. You have to make that sound. It's got a lower jowl here, so you can kind of even have fun with it. Go like that. That. Alright. The body. Okay. Oh, and it's got a little bit of a bumpy on top of its head, so you can play with that with this line that's going this way. Go. Just build out that little line like that. So again, if you were to walk by, like that's definitely an animal. It's definitely a hooved animal. That it looks like, and so their legs. We're gonna do this with the body. We're gonna kind of have a little fun and just kind of narrow it so it kind of goes this way for the purposes, and then tail. That's the tail of the legs, and it just looks like it has like it's wearing high heels. So literally, if you're gonna draw a bunch of legs, as if it's wearing high heels. And then the back, so it's back legs. So this is where I'll do things like, if I want to just kind of work out that shape, I would do this just to help me build out that form. That's our peccary. And again, so that's our basic shape of our peccary, of our javelina or skunk pig. I could have just drawn a pig, but nope. Again, we're gonna do a little bit more than we want to. So that's kind of our basic shape. And now the fun part again is now that we have it down, you can now have fun with it by just adding some detail now. So I'll let that percolate for a bit. Fine point marker is probably what I'm gonna do. These are probably getting really beat up now, but that's okay. And again, you look at it, find an area, commit to it, and then go. So we're going to do this. I'm going to start with this ear. I don't mind doing a bold line. Okay. As you start, it just kind of builds. It tells you the drawing, as wherever you start to draw, the drawing tells you kind of how I want it to be. See how you can have fun with the nose. This blue line pencil that I've been enjoying lately. It's just a guide, you know. I mean, normally even with a pencil, you would still see this, but with the blue pencil, because it kind of shows underneath your work, and it's just a little. It suggests what might have been, and then your inks tell you what it became. When you break up, I do this, that when I like to broken up lines, it shows hair. I'm trying to show hair and texture. Like for example, here, I'm going to do this to show bristly, coarse hair. And you can spend just days just drawing hair on an animal. What it does, the way you move it, it tells you which way the fur or the hair is going. And even with these lines, like the more closer together they are, it should show shadow. You can still imply this back leg. You can still do that and still have hair. And then and you can even have it go different directions. It's a bristly animal. It's out in the wild. It's of the nature. Okay, so the back does kind of do this. Again, doing this on the bottom shows that there are two legs behind it. Okay. I kind of want to have some on this face. We're going to do... You don't want to, and I think I said before with the 10 o'clock one, you don't want to try not to overdo it, because then, your drawing will get lost with all the details. It's just enough to imply, but not enough to obscure. Even things like that. That is our peccary. And just because I always, unless I need to refill it, we keep the old, I didn't need to get a new one actually, watercolor brush with some wet ink on it. And push the ink. And just know that, it's gonna bleed a little bit, but it's okay. Again, I do like to not have it fully covered, leave some white in between, kind of just gives it some texture and weight. It does become a different altogether. This is the fun part. I just like just doing things, little things like that, just to help make the drawing stand out. That is our peccary, or our skunk pig, or otherwise known as a javelina. I purposely didn't give it like a pupil, just to give it kind of like a kind of scary kind of. This could be an illustration for a kid's book about a angry javelina or peccary that stalks the forest. And let's see what else. It's a little micron pencil that I have. Marker I have. Very, very, very. Look at that, how thin that point is. So now we can go in and really get into the finer details. And it's just little things like even just going over the old lines that got wet from the ink. It really just adds little touches here and there. At this point, you're just adding to add. Just little details. There you go. Yep. And so that's the fun. Once you can go back and just fix things here or there that you want to. You don't have to overdo it, but you have it's your drawing. You can do whatever you want, really. And again, sign your work. And then, we can always put a little marker on it. P is for... I'll be right back because I misspelled it. Hold on a sec. I'm back because not misspelling things again. Peccary, Peccary. Literally hope that's correct. But that is our peccary. Scary monster. Oh, and you know what? Just because it's gonna bug me, you gotta give things ground. So hold on a sec. Alright, so again, gives us some weight that's on the ground. But that is our peccary, letter P. Guys, we're almost at the end of the alphabet. I can't believe it. That's awesome. Thank you for tuning in for your noon cartooning for kids with Mr. Jen Imal. Hope everyone is having a wonderful Saturday. Enjoy your day. Wear your mask if you can, please. We'd really appreciate it. And library is open. We're open today till 2. So if you want to get any of your holds or movies, come by before 2 o'clock, and otherwise we will see you on Monday bright and early at 9. Don't forget, story time is at 10 o'clock, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Family craft on Fridays at 3. And as always, these little wonderful doodling classes I give you on Saturday. Okay, so again, enjoy the peccary. It's kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of happy with it, you know. I don't draw these as much, but I'm cool with it. Okay, so I will see you all later. All right, bye!